Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be taking care of some things on the F350. I need to change the oil. I have kind of been neglecting her and haven't changed the oil since I rebuilt the truck. So it has close to 10,000 miles. I think it's like 7 or 8. I really want to change it. So I went to the store, got some oil for the truck, got some oil for the Hellcat. I mean, both these things this thing takes 7 quarts. I think the truck takes 18 quarts, something like that. Or is it? Maybe it's 13 quarts. I got a filter from Ford because for some reason Walmart didn't have it. And then I got the stuff for the Hellcat engine oil. You'll see that in the Hellcat video. But yeah, I'm gonna change the oil in her, make sure she's all nice and good to go. I got another thing of I love this stuff. This stuff, I mean, I don't know if it 100% works, but it's saved by Volvo that one time. And I've used it, you know, I've always used it in all my stuff. So I have that for the truck. I have a little one for the Hellcat, and let's get to changing this oil, get the truck ready for hopefully a 3,000 mile oil change. But this is the synthetic stuff. I'll put links in the description, but it's a 540 synthetic, and yeah, this stuff should last for, they say like 10,000 miles, but I don't really like to take it that long. But this time I couldn't help it. I was just too busy. The truck now has a fresh oil change, and I'm gonna start her up, make sure everything's okay with the oil pressure, no leaks. Make sure you do that every time when you change your oil. You know, sometimes the oil filters, I've had one explode before on startup, so it's always a good idea to check for leaks and make sure nothing is gonna go crazy when you start it up. It's not gonna lose oil pressure. But yeah, I'm glad that I finally got the oil change in her. She needed it. She's been working hard-working girl, but now it's time to do some more work. So let's fire her up and check the oil, make sure it's at the right level, and then go from there. That always scares me, the oil pressure when it's none. Looks like we're good, no leaks, so I think it's time to go on the next mission of the day. Going over to the shop, somebody wants to buy the semi-trailer, and what a relief. I'm just glad to finally get rid of it. I've had the thing for forever. I think it's 6 or 7 years. too long, but it will be going to good home. They're going to use it as storage slash, I'm not exactly sure. So glad it's going to be gone. I'll get some of my money that I paid to buy it with back, and you know, I won't have this big semi trailer that's just sitting around. I really didn't like it because of the fact that every like spring, it seemed like there's so many nooks and crannies, hornets and wasps could make nests in it. The shipping containers, it seems like there's nothing, there's no holes that they can get access to where they can actually get in and make a nest, which is awesome. So shipping containers are where it's at. The only bad thing is the 40-foot ones are harder to move, and you can't move them when they're full unless you have everything strapped down. So let's get over to the shop, get this trailer sold. Sorting through all the random parts out of the semi-trailer slash cleaning them, and you can see that I'm making a lot of progress. The scrap slash trash pile is getting a lot bigger, and I really need to get a pretty decent area clean. I want to get, if I can, all of this stuff sorted through and figured out today, because tomorrow I'm going to bring all the rest of the tools out of the semi-trailer since I sold it, and it's going to be gone finally. They're going to pick it up on Sunday, which will, you know, that's a kind of a relief. I'm glad that it's gone. It's going to somebody that could use it. But the pile of stuff that I need to take pictures of and list on Craigslist is also getting larger. So I have a lot of work to do. So I'm going through all this stuff, trying to keep it organized and everything. These are SR20 blocks and a bunch of SR stuff right here. I also have SR stuff right here with 240 stuff. So I need to, once I have that pile, I need to put them somewhere, put all the parts in a tote or something, and then go from there, because I don't want all this stuff just laying around, and I would rather have it in totes labeled. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go eat dinner. I've been working on this for probably like 2 or 3 hours. So, and it's almost like 6 or 7 o'clock. Gonna do that and then come back, try to finish this up, because tomorrow morning gonna bring all the other tools into the shop, and hopefully after I do that, I could clean this floor right here, because there won't be anything on it, coat it, and it will be the last thing that is coated, and then I could pretty much just have this whole area ready. The Hellcat will be down here next week. I should have the next shipment of parts, so it is getting there. Just a long process. It's almost dark outside, and I have been working at this since I got back from dinner, and the floor is pretty much clean. There's still some stuff on it, but the majority of it is stuff that I'm going to scrap and stuff that I'm going to throw away. So as you can see right here, this is some stuff I'm going to keep, but I need to still clean it up. These are some tranny trays that I had a long time ago. I used them to clean the chains on the lift, and they never got cleaned out. So this one I need to soak in some kerosene. I have some kerosene right there. So I'll put the last of that kerosene to good use and clean that pan. But yeah, the rest of this stuff is, that's some VR4 stuff that I'm gonna keep. And this is all SR20 stuff. That's my bolt bin right there. It's all separated in different containers. And those bumpers I'm gonna keep. I'm gonna give those lights over there to the junkyard, and there's an oil pan for a Volkswagen right there. But mostly everything over here, I'm gonna, so scrap. There's some stuff in there I'm gonna scrap. Actually, there's a lot of stuff in there I'm gonna scrap, and then there's a bunch of boxes I'm gonna throw away. But in the corner over there, you can see there's a big pile of 1.9 Volkswagen TDI stuff. And yeah, I think the shop is getting very close. So tomorrow, I'm going to take a bunch of stuff to the scrapyard. I have a bunch of radiators. I have a bunch of stuff from the, some stuff left over from the truck build. And then I have all the radiators and condensers from the Hellcat, which I've already taken all the clips and everything that I need off of them, so I could scrap those as well. I have the Hellcat hood. I'm gonna take all the clips off of that, scrap that, that's aluminum. The truck hood I have, that's aluminum. I think I still have the old truck hood, that's aluminum. So I have quite a few things that I'm gonna scrap that are aluminum, and just go from there. So yeah, this will all be gone tomorrow, and then in its place will be a bunch of tools. So I'm gonna have my tire machine, parts washer. I have a water sandblaster that I made out of a Harbor Freight thing. It's just like a small one, so I can blast aluminum parts and not seat the beads in the aluminum. I have my TIG welder. It's an old one. I'm probably gonna sell it and get a newer one, but for now I could use that to weld some stuff. It is like an idly arc, so it's a really heavy, huge. It's huge. It's heavy. I think me and like 3 other me's couldn't lift it. So it's a big boy. So I'm going to get all that stuff over here. Oh, also my press. I can't wait to have my press here, and I have a welding table as well. Welding slash I used it as an engine table as well. So I can't wait to get that down here as well. But the press, I really can't wait. I have, so these things right here are bearing things for the press for bearings. Each one's a different size. So you could do like different sizes, like tranny bearings. It works extremely well. I love using that press. The pump I had rebuilt before I went to Minnesota, and the pump is somewhere. It's all redone and brand new. So I'm glad about that. And I brought my plasma cutter down here. I also brought my saw. So I have those now, and I can utilize all my tools once they're all here. But the press itself is gonna be awesome. And I also have these over here. I don't know if I really want to touch them because I kind of cleaned them, but they were the mice made a home around them. But this on top of the welder, the MIG welder, is my set of dimple dies. So if you don't know what a dimple die is, you cut a round hole and then you use the press and press the piece of metal, and it gives you that really nice dimple in the metal. So yeah, I can't wait to get all this stuff set up. I can't wait to have this floor coated. It's almost empty now, so that's a plus. I could get that coated. I could get a mop and clean this. I could coat the floor over there. It's just a process. I mean, moving stuff. I'm really glad that I sold the semi-trailer today. It was like, I had all these people calling me, and they're like asking all these questions, and I would answer them, and then they'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna come down and get it. And it seems like Craigslist and just people buying stuff lately or recently, I'm not exactly sure what it is, but it's like everybody wants to buy it, but then they say they're gonna buy it, then they never contact you again. So I don't know exactly what's causing that, but it's like nobody's a man of their word anymore. So what I did was, this guy said he's gonna buy it last week, never showed up. This other guy called me yesterday, said he was gonna buy it, and then some guy called me today. He's like, I could pick it up today. I was like, yeah, just come pick it up. I mean, the other guy's probably not gonna show up, and he still hasn't even texted me. He's supposed to text me today. So I was just like, yeah, I'll sell it to you what I'm gonna sell it to him for. You can sign the title over to him and everything. So I'm not exactly sure if I made money on it though. I bought it like 6 or 7 years ago, and I can't remember what I paid for it. I think I paid like, I thought I paid $2,500 for it, but I can't really remember. So, I mean, if I paid $2,500, I lost like $500, but I used it for like 7 years, so it was well worth it. And this whole thing getting cleaned up this whole shop getting cleaned up is well worth it as well. I can't wait till everything's in a spot and all organized so I can find stuff. I'm probably gonna throw these bumpers right here up on the top shelf. So I have those 2 FD bumpers. I have the 2 VR4 bumpers. I think all 4 of them will fit up there. I also decided to grab a pallet, and I made an SR20 pallet. I'm still adding to it. I think I have 4 more blocks and like 5 more heads. I'm not exactly sure. I know I have a couple S14 things, and I have some oil pans. I think I have pretty much enough stuff to build, I think 5 SRs. I'm not exactly sure. I haven't looked at my stash in a while, but I sold some stuff to Adam a while back. I really can't remember, but yeah, it's nice to actually see this stuff on like a pallet, because now I literally know exactly what I have, and I'm like, oh, I want to build an SR. I have a good head. Actually, I have all the heads I have are good, and all the blocks I have are good, or I'll just throw them away. But I'm like, I have a good head, I have a good pan, I have a good block, I have a good intake manifold, a good crank. I have all the stuff I need. I just need to order bearings, gaskets, and bam, there's an SR. So, I don't know. I just need to continue to bust this stuff out. It's in between the Hellcat, and I should have all the stuff for the FC coming up. So the exhaust, I was gonna do that one day. I ended up not liking the little mufflers that I did buy, and I ended up getting different ones. I think these ones will work better as long as they fit. And I also got a different Y pipe. That MagnaFlow one, in the picture, they made it look really good. In real life, it was just it didn't look good. So I got a different one. It's all nice and bent and nice and welded, and it should go really good. Tomorrow the hangers will be here, so I should be able to do the exhaust. But this diff needs to go into my LS coupe, and this subframe I'll probably just sell the subframe off. But yeah, once that's gone, this is a K stuff, K crank. I don't really, I'm not doing anything else with Ks ever again. So it's just so much stuff. It's crazy. I don't know exactly. It's weird how you just collect stuff and over time. And then when I went to Minnesota, I kind of just was like, it was in the semi-trailer. I was just like, yeah, whatever, it's in there. And then I kind of forgot how much stuff was in there. And then pulling it all back out just like reminded me of how much stuff that I had. And that's why I have this huge scrap pile. I'm scrapping like a bunch of just useless wiring harnesses. And just, you know, I had like a Volvo crank. It just has to go. So this shop hopefully will be nice and clean, and I should be able to find stuff. Hopefully, I'm just trying to make a space where I could be efficient and get stuff done. It's kind of hard when you're in the middle of a project, but starting off, if I just continue to keep it clean and everything, I should be okay. So hopefully it stays clean, and hopefully I can get some projects done here. I'm really excited to actually have a space and be able to work on stuff and not have to, you know, go all over town to use different shops. I'll probably still use the Junkyard shop because the lift is there, and I was gonna buy a toilet for the Junkyard shop today, but then the guy called me on the trailer, so I left there early because I was working on the Hellcat because the toilet's over there. The building sat vacant for like since I was in Minnesota, and then recently, so like 7 years. So the toilets were pretty much, I don't know, they're all like weird looking. The seals on them were all bad. I tried to fix one of them, but it was like leaking out of the tank and everything. So I was gonna buy a toilet for there, but I'll probably do that tomorrow and get that all situated so I could not have to walk up to the other building and use their facilities. But I wish I had a set of facilities in here because there's no office or anything. If you guys were wondering, I don't have an office, which or office or a bathroom. So it's kind of I kind of wish that I did, but I don't. So it's not a big deal. I just, you know, deal with it. So I think that's the end of this video. Sorry for the little ramble on that I did, but I think it was well worth the explanation of what's going on with the shop. I know some people get really mad about me talking on my channel, and that's pretty much what my channel is the day, kind of, it's getting to the day in the life of Dave, and I think it'll get better and better as you know, some cars get fixed and the Hellcat's done and I can actually drive it around. And I may end up doing something with a couple of my friends. So he's gonna bring his car down here and everything. So, and it's a very, very rare car. You guys probably don't even know they exist, but I'll let you see it when he brings down. I have to rewire it because he got angry at my wiring, and it was really a bent trigger wheel from when the engine builder built his engine. So I'm gonna rewire it you guys will see. That's the end of this video. Hopefully you guys like the videos. Thumbs up, comment below, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and as always, see you guys tomorrow.